This is a day that my Father has made. I will rejoice. Jah, I thank you for this morning. Oh, it's a brand new day. Little bird, they're thanking and they sing. So let's all get down and pray.
Welcome, Teach and the Prof fans, to another episode of Teach and the Prof with yours truly and my co-host, Prof. I go on.
There, party, there. Welcome, people, to another episode.
All is well?
Yes, there, well, I enjoyed the holiday weekend, the Labor Day weekend last. They call it ending of summer, which is making me nervous. I'm not ready for fall nor winter.
Yeah, you're not ready. You will never be ready.
Never be ready. And, I mean, it just feels as if the summer just blew off really quick. Today was a hot day, humid, summery.
Come with fire.
And I am really dreading October, November, December.
But fall is not normally nice weather before the winter.
That depends. Some years you might have an Indian summer where even October it's warm. We kind of call it Indian summer. And while some fall you have all by mid-October, Halloween, you have snow. So some fall, it's been warm. Some fall it's been cold. But I saw a report the other day, and they were saying that fall is getting warmer and warmer. And I noticed that the summers are also getting wetter and wetter. We had a lot of rain this summer. We had quite a few days off where we had heat wave. I think right now the West Coast is cooking for days, for about a week. In Texas, they had weeks of sweltering heat, so 100 and something plus degree. But as I get older, I am clinging more to summer. Because we never did like summer. Never like summer. We used to hate Jamaica heat. Jesus. We couldn't wait for come a foreign. Couldn't wait for come a foreign. Finna the cool. Brother.
No, the cool. But you never know say it'll get cold.
No, I'm gonna need the cold. Winter, sometimes my jacket open. Winter. I'm say so. Come and love it.
That's one big difference between us.
We used to love winter, man. Since I have the house and I go shovel snow, and it just made me hate winter.
Too much work.
Too much work. If you spend money and buy if you heat the house. Now I'm gonna live in an apartment hot like fire if I open window. Because I'm a pump heat. And I'm a pump heat from October straight back to probably about right in April. And the apartment hot, you have to have open window.
In the winter?
In the winter, I'm not lying. One time used to wait so hot. Every morning, 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. for the dot. We get up with a migraine, can't sleep, free to go back to sleep. But after, the room hot and the air dry. I'm going to doctor and tell me that. I'm going to crack your window. Crack your window from that. No more. But no, I'm tired of winter, brother. Tired of winter. No want to do no more.
You come home, you're coming home clock a tick, man. A tick down.
It looks so.
So you get acclimatized to the weather.
Yeah. Worse, me hate winter time. Can't deal with it. By 3:34, the place dark. You leave your house in the darkness. I come home in the darkness. It's a depressed me. The lack of sunlight. That's why people get fat in the winter, you know. You depressed, you know, want exercise, you just, you know, I mean, in the winter, you don't know who's sexy for who not sexy, because I'm having this big every winter coat. You, you know, in the summer, sexiness just come out in the summer, you know. Yeah, well, don't see the man out there, it's a G, that's a silver saw. You know, kind of bubble doll.
So in that spring, body start exercise for the summer body.
Yeah, man. Yo, you see that picture there, right? I laid upon the train. That was a sad sight to see. I was, what the hell am I looking at? Ladies, and I tap your foot in that, but I just want to say it. Please, if you don't have a summer body, no wear the summer clothes, please. And thank you. And when you reach certain age, leave young girl clothes alone.
It's not. Everything goes and anything goes these days, and your body shaming, sir. That's the talk. Body shaming. Don't body shame.
I'm not body shaming. I'm simply saying.
Everybody's sexy. Sexy has no limit now. It has no face.
Yes, it does.
No, I'm telling you what they're telling you. You know, I'm playing the devil's advocate here. You know?
I'm sure you are, but
and I'm not calling them.
Listen, me fat.
No,
but in small, they wear tight clothes. Where?
Yeah, I've seen some stuff from but people in a shopping in a some battery rider. I might look on the battery and I said,
no, there.
I said, I don't know what people are doing. First time people are so conscious of what them do. It don't matter now. Everybody is sexy. Everybody is this. Everybody is that. Everything is that. Everything is everything these days.
You know what's really blowing my mind? Listen, I have no problem with people doing other body. If you can afford it, fine. But and some of these women look really sexy, but there's some that doesn't work. They look like, you know, what shape is that?
You know what I discovered about that? The fixing of the body, it doesn't give you the license to eat whatever you want to eat and not exercise. You still have to keep your thing in shape.
No, but I'm not talking about, I'm talking about the ones who have this nice shape and then boom.
Oh.
Yeah, and then it doesn't look natural. It doesn't look good.
Yeah, Mr. One.
It doesn't complement the body.
There's a popular beach one. Lady like fine.
Yeah.
As well. And I said, who's gonna tell her? She's not a friend. Is who gonna tell her?
She don't have a man?
Is who gonna tell her?
You know
that don't look good, but
that don't look good enough.
If it look good to her, it looks good. That's that. What's they gonna say?
No, me not lie. Some of them look good, man. Money well spent. I'm not gonna lie. But some of them, I don't know if they didn't have the money and they went cheap and wasn't done properly. But and I've seen video where I saw this video once. I don't know what it is. But they came in that the girl ass exploded on the plane, so she ended up being on a stretcher, but they were taking her off the plane. Again, I saw someone on a stretcher being wheeled off the plane, and the caption was that. I don't know how true it is.
People are a big chat creative caption.
Anyway, so before we get cancelled. For body what's our topic for tonight? So what are we gonna discuss? What can we enlighten the people on? You know, some topic that we find debatable and interesting.
Well, Monday is the beginning of school in Jamaica.
Tomorrow Monday
is the beginning of school.
School.
First day of school for 2.5 years. So people would have to welcome the traffic who have missed the traffic for 2.5 years, because in Jamaica it look like the kids them drive. Cause I tell you, when school is in, the cars are out. But it's just a matter of time,
That's everywhere, no.
you know. But as as we reflect on school tomorrow and the missing of it in 2.5 years, some of the challenges that Jamaica will face as a result of COVID, plus the hardship that COVID brings, plus the regular migration from the school system to Jamaica school system to another school system, being transferred to America mainly. Natural attrition, retirement, debt, all of that combined equals a lot of teachers will be absent this beginning of this school year. And the government is doing a lot of, juggling to see how best they can.
Can I interject? So, in news report, they make it sound as if there's a crisis in the island with teachers migrating, and it also include nurses and but government did come out and made a statement. Is it a crisis?
I would still categorize it as a crisis, but not in the degree that it was presented.
Okay.
Because any numbers, I remember this number is probably higher than previous numbers because of different factors. A lot of different factors is in this year.
What would be
the main factor for the increase? The main factor for the increase. So my produce always exists. But if I'm saying that this year it's a little bit more, and I expect a bit more, this is the reason. America is the reason.
So
America got of teachers for a different reason from Jamaica.
Yes.
Where are the teachers going? So the America is demanding more of teachers from our system. So there's more character to be dangled. There's more,
Yeah, because we have, I myself have read reports and just shortage in the states, especially
New York
and New Jersey, and they're asking the governor to do more.
Yeah, and more
could aggressive, and offering more. So
more could mean ask for more numbers from Jamaica.
Yeah.
So what you think when you dangle more carrot, what's gonna happen? More people are gonna bite.
I know. There's also a shortage in the UK for teachers as well. Mm-hmm. I'm sure Canada.
Mm-hmm. So there's opportunity, more opportunity than previous years. Plus, you have the people been planning long time for this. They are still leaving. So the numbers have increased, and an increase in numbers would create a little bit of headache, and I would categorize it as a crisis. But crisis in the sense that we're not going to overcome. Time will tell, but I think that we'll manage. I think that we'll start out ourselves, because this will segue into brain drain. Because this is the whether it's creating a brain drain or not. Any experienced person that is leaving a system would cause a brain drain, because even in a short term, it will cause a void in the system. A gap will be there, and even if the gap is filled, is the person that is filling it as experienced, as qualified?
Right.
Because the more experienced, qualified person might have left the system, and that is a brain drain. You mean you stay 10 years in a system, master it to a certain level, and then zoops, you're gone. And somebody with no experience or 1 year of experience is filling you. It's a big difference.
Yeah, but some people are making this brain drain thing to be major because Jamaica is number 2 in the world. It's ranked number 2.
Number 2 in what regard?
In terms of per capita of teachers and nurses leaving the island.
Leaving.
Yes, I think America Samoa is number 1.
Okay. Yeah, and if we are number 2 in something negative, and when I say negative, you have to look on perspective. Negative that there's a brain drain, but not negative that the people are making better of their life. So
you're right, and they're able to provide for the family back in Jamaica as well.
Yeah, so we're not knocking that. So when I say negative, I talk about because people. I saw a guy. He's a teacher in the US. Laughing, scanning, celebrating the migration. There's no way I can love my country. And if I know that the people are doing for the betterment of the individual, I still have to take stock and say, how we fix this and fix it as short as possible. I can't celebrate that enough.
He's celebrating?
Yes. He's mocking the system and celebrating the migration because the low wages and the system, this and the school needs that and that and that and that.
So to leave the country high and dry, then what about the future?
You are an educator and you are encouraging people to take your route. And you say, don't watch the gap. Come better your life. And not consider the kids who you go into the system to better. What would happen to them or will happen to them if everybody just take a party? And the man,
this is an educator.
Yes.
And does he understand cause and effect?
And then man turn
the big picture.
No, he's not even looking at the cause. So he's not going to see the effect. But when the effect come, him say man go criticize.
Yeah.
He's not going to link the effect to the cause of teacher migration in a block suddenly and leave this big void and everybody don't know what to do and classroom get packed because you have to double up the classroom because you have less teacher and they pick them education level drop, idleness increase, crime might increase, and then they just blame everything. Nobody really cares, Because if I choose to leave, me not go turn and talk bad.
No.
What? Me would have said, how can I help to fill that gap that I have left? Give some suggestion. Come on and use the platform, give some suggestion. Deposit some ideas out there that we can. No, you mock and you jeer and you celebrate and it sounds like an English teacher because he's well poised and spoken and he like a poem.
This man is not a true patriot, not a Jamaican in my mind, because he doesn't see anything wrong with damaging the country's reputation or the future of the country. He's being selfish.
These people are selfish, hypocrite, and it's not an indictment and that you need to leave. What I'm saying, if you choose to leave, you choose to leave. You, Prof, choose to leave. Can't have your feet. But if you choose to leave, be objective.
Right.
As in behind. Be supportive of what gaps are left behind. Celebrate it because, man, make them solve it, man, because them could have the pay away.
Pay more, yeah. And I try not pay where I leave. But
it's gonna be double today, and US do more to fill their gap. Them leaving. Still, it's gonna be double today. If US still come to myself, I can give you a little bit more. None of them must leave.
Yes, I leave, yeah. I saw an article about 16 teachers leaving Campion College. And I know you have a intimate relationship with the school because of your kids. So I kind of wanted to ask what your thought is on that and to clear up any misunderstanding with that report, because people might have seen it or heard about it but did not read the report to get a proper understanding as to what's really happening. And they're thinking, oh, Campion College, which is the number one school in Jamaica.
I would say one of.
They rank it number one in the report.
Okay, okay. I was just being.
And we're trying to be. I mean,
because some school would have a problem with it, like Immaculate.
listen, in my mind, Campion is number one. That is a school I wanted to attend. I still love that school. Never attended it, but
That's stuck in my mind.
You know.
But really, regarding the
tell me what you know about it, for the report.
all right, let me put in that context. Numbers were going around that the amount of teachers are leaving, and then the Minister of Education tried to give a report on the real numbers, because some of the numbers, the inflated numbers, included leave, vacation leave, which is normal. They will be absent from the system, yes, but not for migration. But the thing in the air was migration. So while people were talking about migration and much teacher leave because of pay and then back of US because of the salary, campaign came up. So somebody got wind of the number, and I think the original number was 21. That was reported in the media.
Yeah, I think I saw 21 first. Now I'm seeing 16.
So 16 is after the principal came out, and
right.
So 21 teachers leaving Campion, and so the argument about Campion was that even Campion, the number one school,
elite Campion, a loose teacher.
The condition good, everything good. So just a salary because the government paid them too. So the only bad factor is the salary, and even you can't resist leaving because the salary, So it forced the principals and to made a
statement.
She responded. So the first thing she did is reduce the numbers by 5 to 16, and then she gave a breakdown of the 16. But I can remember 4 out of the 16 is staying. They're going to another school. You still could say because of salary, because they're going to private school. Obviously, they will be getting better salary.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, some is natural attrition, and some of them they migrate from long time, not necessarily in the teaching, but a lot of Jamaicans migrate, and some of them are going to the US system to teach. So when they break it down, it's not a lot, like far from 21 going to teach elsewhere.
And it looked when this report came out, I mean, it's close to opening. The schools are like, 16 teacher leave. Oh my God, what's gonna happen to the kids? But
it was to heighten the panic that was set to, so when you're doing panic, you have to mix it with truth. So there's a lot of truth. Teachers are leaving. There's a work for the ministry to feel like your principal have to be working overtime to kind of seek, every year in August, when you open the Jamaica Cleaner, teachers wanted full, the pages, full every single year, every school. Rossies need maths teacher. Oh, this need physics teacher. Oh, that need history teacher. Then go through that every year.
Right, and the principal for Campion, she did say that every position has been filled.
Yeah. And just like how she filled every position, other schools are going through the same success of filling. But nobody wants that. Campion is the only school that are one of the few schools that probably come out and say position that has filled, because they were used to heighten the fear and the
panic.
So, she had to make a comeback. But a lot of the schools, after missing teachers this year, they are filling, because what happened? One of the easiest way to fill, and I know this personally, Campion use it, so I know that many schools use it. A lot of the teachers who are on 1 term leave, 1 full term, 3 months. Because that's how they do it. Them not get 3 months, but them kind of save them leave and take a long leave. one of the reasons why they do it to get a full term is that when they are on break from a campion, for example, they don't leave the country, but they made themselves available for a Meadowbrook. Because Meadowbrook, a teacher is there on leave, probably, and making himself available for campion. So while you're on leave, you're getting paid leave. And what the school does on short term for a term is contract you for a term. And they pay from a different fund. So you get regular pay plus
leave.
You're getting the leave pay plus whatever the school decide to pay for the term and the contract. So it's the money for them when they do it that way. So a lot of people change in school.
Oh.
That's a lot of it.
I didn't know that happened.
Yeah, because my first connection with it is my kids. Fifth form. And his TD teacher from September to December was not at school January. The Easter and the Easter, the second term, right?
Easter term.
Right. And the teacher that he got, the substitute teacher, is from Meadowbrook.
Oh.
I don't know where his teacher went, but I know that the teacher came from Meadowbrook. Right? So is that teacher now why I kind of figure out what is going on? It mustn't know a regular thing. Regular. Them just keep switching and make extra money.
Okay. Okay, so, get you.
You advertise it because the teacher who's free wouldn't know. So it's good to advertise so he can contact the school and say, hey, I am from this, but I am only available for this term, so I can't help you for that term. And
right. Okay.
And then, same thing with substitute teacher. Since you mentioned it, US have a whoop substitute. Why do they have substitute?
US have whoop sub. What if?
Yeah, so
America become no sub.
Yeah.
But people. What people don't understand is it is not all, all glitter and glamour and glory when you migrate or when you on that teacher's program or nurses program and you go to a different country. It's not a bed of rose.
As a New Yorker yourself, you have any stories of knowing anybody in a situation where you come there with one open perspective or you're living something totally different from what you were expected on arrival?
Yes and no. I'm not necessarily New York, but I know people who are in the school system out of state, Carolina, and despite the fact that it's better paid than Jamaica, once they get here now, right, and they now have to rent an apartment, they have to lease a car, right? And I'm sure they're helping family back home, and they have credit card bills and they have all these bills, rent, whatever it is. They then complain about the money. It is not enough. They're not paying them enough.
Sometimes when you see the contract and the figure, you don't work out the living expense before you sign. Yeah.
And these people are on a contract, right? I'm not familiar with the US system, which is surprising, but I am not intimately involved with anyone who works in the US school system. But I assume that these people have to renew the contract, right? And there's a fee to renew your contract. There's a fee to renew your visa. How long is the visa for? I'm sure the visa is not indefinite.
And it's not 10 years later.
Right. I'm sure at some point you're going to have to renew your visa.
Parity, we're not talking about the B1, B2. We're talking about the work visa.
Work visa, right? And I'm sure that there's certain relief if you have a family, right? You can probably bring a family, right? They also need a visa.
I touch family before you move on. I'm hearing that these last days, the contracts, for this year specifically, does not include for most of them, if not all, family. Unlike previous.
That would be a huge turn off then. You know, I mean, for them to do that, I mean, if you want a teacher to come, teacher's gonna have a family. They're gonna probably say, "Hey, I need to bring my wife and my child."
And the underage.
You can't bring.
I know the underage child. I think under 18 plus spouse.
Yeah,
married spouse would
married
be.
spouse. It would have to be married spouse and child under 18, because then a child under 18 can't take care of themselves.
Right.
You know. Now, in the UK, I have a little bit more knowledge. Not full, but I have a little bit more knowledge where
It operates.
huh?
How the system operates in the
How
UK.
the system operates. Yeah, you need a visa, right? You can bring your family, your wife, your child, under a certain age, right? There's a visa application fee for you, your wife, and your child, and it is expensive. It is not cheap. It is expensive, and again, people are complaining that the teachers are not making enough.
And you know this because you have first-hand knowledge, because you have
knowledge.
a system that says beneficiary of this. Yeah.
These people have to rent a house, buy furniture, you know, buy a car, you know, pay for petrol. They have to live. You know, they have to live. They have bills to pay, a credit card. They have council taxes to pay. Can you pay council tax? If you want TV, you gotta pay for a TV license. You know, so it people understand that it is not a bed of rose. It is not come and make a bag of money and just have a bag of money if you go back down with. And you also have a family to take care of, your family back home. You know, you're making a little bit more money in the States or the UK or Canada, but they're expensive. You're not free. You know, and if you're working, say you work for a school, right? You're like, okay, I'm not making enough money, and because a lot of these people, they go through an agency, you know, and they might decide, okay, you know what, I need a little bit more money, and they then decide to work for another school. You're gonna have to, depends on when your visa expire. You know, you get a 1 year or 2 year. You change school. If that school doesn't sponsor your visa, you're gonna have to pay for it.
A lot of people are going to go to the US and realize that bills are the worst thing in the US. The money, when you do the calculation, it looks good, but the bill don't look good beside it when the bill them come. Don't say that at all.
Worse.
You earn the money and make it still live hand to mouth. Easy.
Worse. If you're living in New York City, and yes, it's expensive, don't get me wrong, but we have the best transportation system in America. It might not be the cleanest. It might be a little scary.
I'll tell you about the best now. Best in terms of...
You might be entertained.
That's best in terms...
But best in terms of 24 hours a day. You don't need a car to get to home and the school.
And it basically runs on time.
And it runs on time for the most part. So you don't have to worry about buying a car, insurance, petrol, toll, finding parking, none of that.
So if you can deal with the other things, you can save money there.
Well, the salary is higher because of the high cost of living, because you pay more for rent, but you can probably save on certain expense.
So you think that no, probably you don't know. Probably me should ask.
And I should say this too. Our transit system is cheaper than the UK. $2.75. You can ride from the Bronx to the end of Brooklyn to Queens, Jamaica, Queens, on $2.75, as long as you don't get out. So every ride is $2.75. That's not bad. You know, and if you choose to live outside Manhattan, outside New York City, which consists of the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, Staten Island, 5 boroughs. Let's say you live on Long Island, or I live in Westchester, I live in Connecticut. I have to take, the Long Island Railroad or Metro North. It's for peak, it's like $9.75 on the Metro North, which is not bad one way. And on Long Island Railroad, it's like 10 something or 11 something. I think it's 10 something.
I got ask you to do some calculation. But I'm gonna pick your brain first. I choose one of the longest urban route in Jamaica. Say Portmore to Papine, Portmore to downtown Kingston. I think Portmore to Papine is longer if you have a straight bus. I don't think we have a straight bus. Portmore to Arthurtree, Portmore to downtown. Spanish Town to downtown longer than Portmore. How much do you think is hour in US dollars for that?
How much do you think
is the cost for, say, Spanish Town to downtown in US dollars?
We don't know what the cost is.
Yeah, actually, I guess.
Yo, you want me guess from Spanish Town to downtown Kingston?
Portmore to downtown Kingston.
But I couldn't guess that. Because I don't even remember how much me used to pay.
All right, remember now, said Jamaica expensive and hard and rare. So, I want to think, I said.
All right,
based off of what I hear, the transportation.
500. 500.
500, how much US?
You right?
No.
Stay tuned for part 2 of this week's episode right here on Teach and the Prof.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share our videos. And don't forget to comment.
And hit that notification bell.
This has been another episode of Teach and the Prof.